I am going to become Scary Monster.
I've already done a cup of coffee a couple of times before, but I've improved a fair bit since the last time, so why not? Alas, it doth appear that my smoke simulation wigged out completely. It didn't do that at all in the viewport, so I don't know what happened there. Like and subscribe, or I'll melt into a puddle of tears like a squonk.
I don't really have an explanation for this beyond the fact that I wanted to play around with audio visualizers a little more and do a funny voice effect. And give you nightmares!
So far, this is the closest I've gotten to getting Blender to look like it was painted. Not quite there yet, but here's how I got it to look like this. First thing you'll notice is I deliberately kerfungled my render settings so it would be extremely noisy, and then I passed it into a Kurahara node set to classic, then into a shadow filter, then into another Kurahara filter set to anastrophic, and then finally into a diamond sharpen filter. Like I said, it's still not quite there, but I am getting closer to finding the right combination of effects to make it look like a painting.
find this one make an addition to my lightsabers collection.
I saw this question on the Blender Help subreddit and figured I'd try to answer it. But unfortunately...
It's no use!
Nah, but here's how I did it. Add a cylinder and scale it down on the Z-axis. Then delete the top and bottom faces. Control-Alt to select the face loop and extrude out along normals. In edge select mode, Control-R to loop cut it. Select a couple of the newly created edges and press GG to drag them down. Control-Alt select to loop select that edge. Bevel it. And then extrude the new faces along normals inwards. To make it look nicer, you can add a couple more loop cuts around the edges, and then put a bevel modifier on it. Then shade auto smooth and assign your materials. Hopefully this helps. Silver is probably my favorite of the hedgehogs, even if I never got to play that much of 06 because of how buggy it was. I could never get that snowboard jump to actually work.
Warning. Critical error detected in cryogenic unit. Containment failure imminent.
Because it's technical and it's cool. And also technical. I thought it was funny.
after yesterday when I got that lamp working really well, I had finally figured out my issues with getting custom armatures made instead of relying on Rigify, but no, I still suck at it. This attempt of doing a thing is all kinds of jank. Only some parts of it actually work correctly, and I don't know why. The conjoined arms almost worked, but it stretches where it's not supposed to stretch. And the tail only sort of works correctly too, but the less said about the attempt at an eye tracker, the better. But I figured I'd show it to you because this is what I spent all day doing, and I don't have time to make something better now. So, yeah. Feel free to mock me for my failures. Or give advice. Or both. Try to make it funny, at least.
Golden brown texture like sun lays me down. With my mind she runs throughout the night. No need to fight, never a frown with golden brown.
So much has gone wrong trying to work on this. But at least I figured out how to do this!
Through the ages she's heading west. From far away, stays for a day. Never a frown with golden brown.
how to make a reusable space background in Blender. To start off, in much the same way as the old space background tutorial, we're going to add a mix shader node between the background and output nodes, and then plug an emission node into its other slot. Then we're going to plug a noise texture into a color ramp into the factor of that mix shader to create our stars. Just play with the settings of both of those until your stars are scattered like you want. You can repeat that with a different emission shader with a different color to have a bit more variety in your stars. We can put another mix shader right after the background, but this time plug the color output of the color ramp into the emission shader, and play around with that in the noise texture to create some nebulous space dust. We can do one more setup with a wave texture to add some dark blue to the top and bottom of the scene. Already that's pretty good, and we could go to the last couple of steps now, but why stop here? Sculpt some asteroids, put them in their own collection, and scatter them on some disks with a hair modifier. Scatter around some planets and add a sun. And once your scene is set up how you like it, position your camera, set the rendering type to cycles, set your camera to be a panoramic equalogor, render your image, with the higher the resolution used the better, and once that image is rendered, you could plug it in as an environmental texture like any other HDRI. And that is... So, while I was working on making a legally distinct flash to test the Speed Force effect with, my dad found an add-on for the Music Maker program we've been messing with that, as far as I can tell, is Hatsune Miku from Wish. And he made this, and he wanted me to use it in my next video, so... yeah, I have no words, just listen to this.
texture like sun lays me down. With my mind she runs throughout the night. No need to fight, never a frown with golden brown.
Hopping in here at the end, in case you didn't see the other short, if you are watching this video before the end of 2025, I am doing a live stream starting at 7:30 p.m. Central on December 31st and ending in the new year. Or when we get too tired to carry on. Who knows? We'll probably do a mix of things, both 2D art like this and some stuff in Blender. Maybe I'll do some tutorials if you want them. If you got anything you've seen me do that you're curious about, join in and ask. You can also just give me ideas for things you'd like to see me do. I'll also probably be playing around with my new microphone's real-time audio manipulation stuff, like its ability to just add auto-tune effects to my voice on the fly.